Hello everyone, I am Neha Thakur. Today in this video I am going to discuss very important concept about CMOS inverter, and that is about its structure, why it is actually like this. You have ever wondered why we always use pull-up network as PMOS and pull-down network as NMOS, or why we cannot use NMOS at the top of PMOS for making the CMOS structure. So now in this video I am going to clear this concept. So you know that CMOS inverter looks like this. What is a CMOS inverter, or what is an inverter? Inverter is the logic device that gives you the output 1 when the input is 0 and the output as 0 when the input is 1. So sometimes CMOS inverter or inverter is also known as inverted buffer. It can also be known as inverted buffer. Now what is a buffer? Buffer is a storage device that stores the value. Okay, if it is 0 it will store it as 0, if it is 1 it is stored as 1. So inverting buffer or inverted buffer means if the value at the storage point is 0, it will store it as 1 and vice versa. So, and this is the bad thing if we connect NMOS above PMOS, and sometimes it is also known as non-inverting buffer. Non-inverting buffer, and the symbol is like this. So now today I am going to clear why do we make always pull-up network as PMOS and pull-down network as NMOS. So see, this is your basic CMOS structure. This is your output, suppose Y. This is your input, let us say X, and this is your VDD, and this is ground. Okay, so this is our basic input, basic CMOS inverter. So in this, what happens when the input is 0, your PMOS, it turns on, output gets, PMOS is turning on whenever the transistor is turning on. It actually means the switch is getting closed, because your transistors, they work as a switch also in cutoff and saturation mode. So that means your switch is getting closed. That means your output is getting direct path to VDD and it will be connected to 1. Therefore when the input is 0, output will be 1, and when the input is 1, your NMOS turned on and PMOS turned off. That means this switch is open, this switch is closed, and your output will get connected to ground and it will become 0. So now if I invert this structure, that means if I connect this NMOS at the top and PMOS at the bottom, then in that case what will happen? Suppose your inverter, I am making it like this now. This is VDD, this is output, and this is the input. At that time what will happen? When the input is 0, at that time your PMOS will turn on and output will connect to ground. That means your output is also 0. When the input is 1, at that time your NMOS will turn on, PMOS will turn off, and output will connect to VDD and output will be 1. So that means it is showing as a buffer, but still it is not used. Why is that so? Because see, for turning on the NMOS, what is the condition? The condition is VGS should be greater than VT, or we can say VGS should be greater than VTN. Now what is VGS? It is basically VG minus VS, and it should be greater than threshold voltage of NMOS. So if we are connecting NMOS at the top, so what will happen? Gate is 1, okay, because NMOS turns on at 1. So at that time gate voltage is 1 and source voltage is also getting equal to 1, because VDD represents 1 and ground represents 0. So at that time what is happening, gate is also 1 because NMOS gate should be 1 and source voltage is also 1. At that time what will happen, 1 minus 1, it will become 0, and 0 cannot be greater than VTN because the threshold voltage of NMOS is positive. Now let us understand first what is threshold voltage. Threshold voltage is the voltage which is used to create the channel. So this is your NMOS structure having p-type substrate, and here you are having N plus as the doping. If you have any confusion in this structure, you can refer to my NMOS fabrication video, you can understand by that. So here see, this is your gate voltage, or this is your gate, this is the source, and this is drain. So what I am saying is, the threshold voltage is the voltage that is required to create a channel. So for creating a channel for NMOS, the channel created should be of electron, and for attracting electron towards the gate, a voltage applied should be positive. That means 0 cannot be greater than the positive value. That is why you cannot connect NMOS at the top. Now let us come to the PMOS. So for PMOS also, what is the threshold voltage? Threshold voltage should be negative. Why? Because for fabricating PMOS, the substrate should be of N type, and this will be your source and drain diffusion areas, and here you should have holes in the channel. So for attracting holes in the channel, negative voltage should be applied. That means threshold voltage is negative, should be negative for the PMOS. So suppose we are connecting PMOS at the bottom and PMOS turns on at 0. So at that time what will happen? VGS, and for PMOS what is the condition? VGS should be less than threshold voltage of PMOS. So at that time gate voltage is 0 minus source voltage is also 0. So 0 minus 0 is 0, and VTP is negative. So the negative value cannot be greater than 0, but of course 0 should be greater than the negative value. So that means you cannot connect PMOS at the bottom and NMOS at the top. What is the reason? Because the condition for NMOS is VGS should be greater than VTN for NMOS, and VGS should be less than VTP for PMOS. So then in that condition, these conditions will not be satisfying, which is the foremost condition for NMOS and PMOS to work. So that is the reason we never make this as the inverter, and why we call it as bad and this as good. So I hope you will like this video, and this concept is very important, and for your interview purpose also this concept is very much important. This is asked mostly in the interviews, that why cannot you put NMOS at the top of PMOS. So this is the reason, and for more updates and for more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel, and I will keep on updating these type of videos. Thank you for watching it. Please like it, subscribe it, and share it. Thank you.